Morning guys, my unstyled fringe makes me look like Hamlet, but instead of a sonnet for you today, I've got a what I eat in a day vlog. That would be a nice day to do it. Because I've already filmed this 2 times and I just watched them back and I was like, that's shit. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist and it's just taking some time for me to get like used to filming these videos and not being like too drawling and boring, I think. Just like finding my style. I'm going to show you what I eat in a day, and like before we start, if you're new here, I talk about skincare mostly, and obviously a lot of skincare is actually tied to your diet and lifestyle. I say that in a way where I'm not blaming people for their skin conditions. It's more just like there are some doctors out there who are like, nope, diet does not impact acne, and I just disagree, and there are many studies. Maybe I'll even put some in the description box. Anyway, I didn't mean to start the video like that. Basically, I have PCOS. My history is acne breakouts, not chronic acne. There was a lot of building work going on near my flat. That may be an issue. Basically, my history is not chronic acne, but I would say chronic as in long-term acne breakouts that when I was younger, in my early 20s, I've just turned 29, I didn't know what to do with PCOS because my GP never ever approached me about PCOS. It was very much something I had to pursue to get a diagnosis for, because when I was like 17, 18, I had been interested in skincare for a couple of years, and I've always been interested in how the body works. I've always had a special interest in that. A lot of people in my comments on social media like to speculate that I'm autistic. I don't know, but some of it checks out, I won't lie. Anyway, I've always had this special interest, always liked to read books, always liked to try and educate myself, and essentially me understanding that I have PCOS now in the last few years of my life, and also understanding how hormonal acne works, because even though you can have hormonal acne without PCOS, I think once you understand how things are working together between your lifestyle, your diet, your skincare, hormonal changes in life, how skin works, I've really started to like put those pieces together and put them into practice. And I'm now at a place where, sure, even though I'm on the pill, I still used to get breakouts every month around my period, and every month just in general. And sure, you could say that I've like aged now, I'm 29, I'm less likely to get breakouts. Oh my God, that building might's driving me insane. All of those things, I used to get these breakouts and I used to never understand them. And I feel like I've educated myself enough to truly understand them. Now I don't really get breakouts anymore. Now I feel like I'm gonna get loads tomorrow. But even around my period, yeah, I'm literally on my period. So I feel like it would be helpful to show you what I eat in a day as someone who has that history of like PCOS and acne. Oh, I really want to not film with the sound, but I just know that the building work is gonna just like disrupt our whole lives if I stop. Basically, now that you know that I have that background, if that sounds like you, and I like going to the gym and I like gaining muscle, and if you know about gaining muscle, it's hard work. If you want to gain muscle quickly, you need to be eating more calories than most people think. A lot of protein, a lot of healthy fats, especially if you have PCOS. It's a lot of things to balance when it comes to what you eat. So I'm just going to show you like a day of what I'm currently eating to gain muscle, but also not upset my skin, because I know that a lot of people start going to the gym, start reading about what you need to eat online. They see all these like influencers vlogs, and unfortunately in the fitness industry, a lot of people do start working out and then get a lot more acne. And that's for so many reasons that I've observed and experienced over the last few years, namely because when you realize how much protein you have to eat and calories, you realize it's very difficult to get those calories and protein from 100%. I'm not gonna say clean foods, but I just mean like whole foods, foods that aren't overly processed, don't have a bit of added sugar in them. Even things with sweeteners are really not that ideal. I used to be someone who just got a lot of my unsweetened food from artificial sweeteners, and I realized they are generally not great for you. So all of those things, it's really difficult to balance, and I think because of that, people tend to get acne. A combination of factors: stress hormones, potentially less sleep, lower quality food, high glycemic food, increase of dairy. Basically, it can mess with your hormones, and that's why I think a lot of people start to get acne when they start going on their gym journey, coupled with the fact that a lot of people start working out, sweating a lot more, and aren't prepared skincare routine wise to deal with that. I've experienced all of this. I've literally been working out since I was 16. I've taken anabolic steroids, like I've done it all. And here we are now. And yes, anabolic steroids did absolutely fuck my face up. So without further ado, let's get into it. I have actually failed at the first hurdle because what I would normally put in my smoothie, which is what I tend to have for breakfast, because I live on a main road, there's a lot of ambulances, we kind of just have to move on. I normally put half an avocado in my smoothie. I like having a smoothie because it allows me to front load my calories in the day, because when I get back from the gym and before I'm about to go to bed, I don't really want to stuff my face. It just doesn't feel nice, it's not great for your digestion. Because I'm trying to get 1800 calories, which isn't your recommended amount of calories, that's just for me. I find it quite difficult to get that, to be quite honest. So what I will do is I'll have a shake that has like 700-800 calories in it. Normally I would have half an avocado, because obviously avocados have a lot of healthy fat and calories in them, and then I'd have half an avocado throughout the rest of the day. But I have indeed run out, because I went out for dinner last night and I just generally am behind on my food shopping. I'm too lazy to go get one, and even if I go get one, is it going to be ripe? Is there perfect ripe avocado going to be in the shop? Probably not. So I'm not going to waste my time. I'm just going to use nut butter instead. So in my shake goes this vegan impact whey from My Protein. It's unflavoured. It's made of a mix of different bean proteins, I think. I try not to have flavoured because I just don't really like ingesting a lot of artificial sweeteners. I'm not going to say they're the devil. I'm just going to say that the reason I feel that way is because I've had a lot of gut issues in the last 2 years, and some artificial sweeteners are really proving to be not very good for your gut. And even if some aren't good for your gut, ones like sucralose, for example, they will fuck you up. Like for example, if you've ever had like a low sugar jam from the supermarket and you wonder why you shit your pants afterwards, it's because of sucralose. So that's a life pro tip, in case you didn't know. Sucralose it's in a lot of like low sugar and like diabetic foods, and I'm pretty sure the reason, don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure the reason it fucks you up is because obviously artificial sweeteners are not actual sugar, so they're not really food, they're chemicals, and they digest apparently in the wrong part of the gut. This is something I read ages ago, so don't quote me on it. Christ. They digest in the wrong part of the gut, causing gas and urgent evacuation. So we've got vegan protein powder. I'm also going to put something called moringa powder in it. I actually can't really remember what this does or what it is. It's just kind of like a nice thing to add. I probably won't rebuy it. Put like a teaspoon of that in. Ooh, this is a nice angle, isn't it? The thing about having a fringe is that I really like it when I style it, and like when I'm about to go out, obviously I can't be asked to style it for working from home. When I go out, I style it and I'm like, yeah, this is why I have a fringe. It looks good. It's like cute, makes me feel nice. And then like every other day when I'm just walking around the house, it just, I don't know, it just gives me low self-esteem, to be honest. Next thing I'm going to add is some almond butter. You can add other nut butters like peanut butter, but I just think almond is probably the healthiest to be consuming in large quantities on a daily basis. You have to think of the context when you eat things. I'm not going to sit here and be like, this food is bad and this food is good. But generally speaking, if you're going to consume something every day for a couple of years, you're going to be consuming a lot of that food. So you do kind of want it to be something that in large quantities is still healthy, if health is your goal. I'm gonna put about a tablespoon in there. I'm actually not gonna measure it today because I'm gonna have a bit of an off day anyway, because I've gotten the avocado and I need to do food shopping. Measuring food can be helpful, but like, I don't know, I think it's all about literally most days I will have the right amount of everything in the smoothie, and just because one day I don't have it is not the end of the world, do you know what I mean? Then I'm going to add a whole banana. These are my bananas. Ow, 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 ow. Okay, my toenails, I just kicked my toenail off. Ooh, ow, you caught that live on camera. Cool, well my toenail was about to come off and now it's, pretty much just pretending to be on my foot. Ooh, the adrenaline is pumping through my veins. I'll tend to that later. Dedication to this vlog. Whole banana. I hate my toenails. Ever since I went skiing when I was 18 and this man in a ski shop convinced me that, because I'm like 5'5" and my feet are a size 7. Because I've inherited my dad's huge feet. He's a size 13. You might say 7's not that big, but like sometimes they're 7.5. Listen, they're just, something about them's just not quite right, and never has been. And the guy in the ski shop was like, no, these shoes are definitely the right size for you. And I was like, I'm not being funny, they feel really small. And he was like, they're supposed to feel small. So I believed him, went skiing for like, what, four days, maybe even 3 days. Toes, absolutely black and blue, really painful. And then that was in like February, and then in May, I remember just sitting on the edge of the bed with my friend that I'd gone on holiday with, and I was like, they're both falling off, aren't they? Like they're like loose, they're wobbling around. Sorry if you're squeamish, by the way. And then we just sat there in silence as I like kind of processed the fact that they were going to fall off. And ever since, thanks to that stupid guy in the ski shop who gaslit me about my shoe size, ever since my toenails are just fucked, honestly. I've seen specialists, don't come at me. I've seen multiple podiatrists. I even saw this one guy who was like, I'm the best in the business. And turns out he wasn't. Right, now that we've taken off toenails off and made a smoothie without the vital ingredient of avocado, we're going to blend it. I've got a tennis lesson later. I'm going to have to sellotape it down. And you're going to come with me to the tennis lesson. Alright, NutriBullet, if you don't have one, just to let you know, one of the best things you'll ever buy. You'll use it every day. I then tend to use a metal straw to drink it straight from the NutriBullet container. But if you don't have something to clean your straws and you are just using your straws, oh my god, you need a straw cleaner, because it is disgusting in there. Sorry. Clean it a few times because you do not want to know what it's like in a straw if you haven't cleaned it. If you put it through the dishwasher, no, I'm sorry, it doesn't work. It's not good enough. And I have a brand new dishwasher, so that's my 29-year-old flex. I have a brand new dishwasher, so just believe me when I say you need a straw cleaner. So this is breakfast part 1, smoothie. It doesn't have enough carbs in it to sustain me throughout my workouts or in general, because women need more carbs than people think. When it comes to my second round of carbs, I would normally have this. Don't have enough cupboard space. Bio and Me granola apple cinnamon. I'm not gonna say it is the most delicious cereal you've ever had. It's certainly not bad. One thing I will tell you for free is that it's overpriced. I mean, it's tiny, but I just like it because it meets my criteria, and it almost tastes a bit unhealthy, but it isn't. It's granola with apple and cinnamon. We've got oats, just reading the packaging. Oats, baked apple, sprinkle of cinnamon. It's got some like nuts in there. It's high fiber. It's about 30-ish, 30 grams of carbs in a bowl and only 5 grams of sugar, so that's not bad. And also 6.6 grams of protein, which is, oh my god. Shall we just see what they're doing? Because I need to know. And no, don't show people where you live. I live in a really generic place in West London. This is what I'd normally have, but I just realised I don't actually have enough of it. So what I'm going to have, which is a bit rogue, is a gluten-free crumpet, because it's got 24 grams of carbs in it. I'm going to put the crumpet in the toaster, and then I'm going to do some skincare, and I'll show you some of that as well. I've got my first tennis lesson today after about a 1.5 year hiatus. Need my equipment, being this headband. I started getting tennis lessons just after COVID. I actually had some when I was a kid, but it was ages ago, and like clearly none of it really stuck. I think none of the like moves stuck, but the skill kind of stayed embedded in me slightly, because after having lessons, they were like one-on-one lessons as well. I treated myself to that. By the way, this is the Sand and Sky anti-aging eye cream. It's just 8% vitamin C and peptides. I really like it. These are the two that I go for at the moment in the morning. Sometimes this one, Coco and Eve, which I actually think that eye cream is so underrated. I think I picked the tennis up quite quickly after having those lessons, and the skill kind of came back to me a little bit from when I was a teenager, and I used to play with my brothers. Basically, my family is a very tennis-y, golf-playing family. My dad is like 65 or something. He's had so many major surgeries in the last few years, and yet he still absolutely slays at tennis. Like, he's had some of the most gruesome surgeries I can't even go into, like really life-changing ones, and yet he still plays tennis every like twice a week, sometimes 3 times a week. It takes him out for days. Like, he has to sit on the sofa and just like recover for days, but he still makes such a dedicated effort to play tennis and like do what he loves and be healthy, even though he's gone through so much. And I just think he always says to me, if you can play tennis, keep playing, because when you're like at retirement age, you want something to do. And if you're playing your whole life on and off with tennis, you will be able to do that when you're retired. And I just love the idea of like meeting my friends for a game. Like there's not that many other sports you can do that with, because we can't be playing football when we're like 80. And well, you can, but you know what I mean? It's a bit more challenging. And also there's no fucking way I'm ever going to be good at football. But I am okay at tennis. I'm now going to have a green tea. I put 2 of these Tetley green tea bags in 1 cup. I don't know why. Sometimes I think when things are mass produced like this, I'm like, are they really that strong? Give me more, give me double. Decaffeinated, I don't drink caffeine anymore. Not because I think it's bad for you, just because I actually did it by accident. And then I was like, this is really easy to maintain. And not drinking caffeine does improve your sleep. Even if you don't feel like it does, people don't realise how much caffeine impacts their sleep on a level that they can't even actually feel, especially if you're drinking at like past midday. I'm so sorry, but if you drink caffeine at like 4 or 5 p.m. and you're like, oh, it doesn't affect my sleep, you don't even realise how much it is. Anyway, sorry, that was a bit rude. 2 of these, and then I'm going to sit down and do some work on my blog, and then I might have a snack or not. I don't know why I keep telling you what I'm going to do. It's like the whole point of the vlog is that you see. So let's just end this silliness right here. So it's 12:09 midday. I've been doing some work on my blog. I'm getting to the point where my focus level is like, I keep like looking around at something else to do, like I need to take a break, but I'm not finished. So I'm gonna have a snack, and then I think we could go for a walk, and I could pick up some food because I'm running a bit low on food, like for lunch. This is just me working on my shit. This is a snack that I have all the time that I actually do really recommend. Kind protein bars, dark chocolate, 10 grams of plant protein, a lot of healthy fats and a lot of calories. I know some people are gonna be like, why are you saying a lot of calories is good? But like, as I said before, I'm trying to eat a lot of calories so that I gain muscle. And I've also got that tennis lesson today, so I don't want to be feeling tired for that. I think it's crazy that they can sell boxes of bars in like 3 and 4. Surely it should just be like 6 and 10. I just think 3 and 4 is just kind of shit. 14 grams of carbs, 7 of which are sugar, which debatable, but like, I don't eat very much added sugar. 10 grams of protein. They are also vegan, I think, but it does say may contain milk, but obviously that means milk isn't part of the ingredients, it just may contain it. They look like this. I don't want to show you my top because it's the stained Topshop cami that everyone had in like 2012. Wake up. Changed into my tennis gear. My lesson's at 4 and it's now 1, but my brain's working so slow. I've got shit to do. I need to go out, so why would I wear a different outfit? It's actually not as warm as I thought it was, so I feel very naked in a very mid-temperature summer day. It's a good one. Yes. This is the mother ham aisle, where all the ham is born. So I'm not having the most aesthetic lunch, but it is ticking my boxes. It's basically like a combination of food I had left over and like food that I just bought combined, so I don't like wasting stuff. So I've got 3 slices of Serrano ham. These are really good, obviously, if you're not vegetarian or vegan, for bumping up your protein in the day, because they have about 2.5 to 3 grams of protein in each slice, and obviously they're very lightweight, so you can have like 3 in one go. So I've got 3, it's 10 grams of protein, and then I've got this chicken, which is about maybe 15, because there's some hiding under the rice, maybe even 20, so I'm counting that as like 30, roughly. I mean, that's probably a bit generous, but it's what I've got, it's what I'm working with. Then I've got half an avocado, broccoli that I cooked a couple of days ago, and then rice, and then over all the top of it I've got olive oil. And I think olive oil, if you're looking to get your calories up and also just hormone health, is just great, like olive oil on everything, and also it's delicious. I just got off a call with one of my friends that I used to work with. Basically had breast cancer a couple of times. She's a bit older than me. She works with a charity. She's like an advisor on like the board of a menopause and cancer charity. So like for a lot of people who've gone through cancer and that's made them go through menopause, which is a pretty shit deal, let's be real, that's a pretty raw deal. But now that I am an influencer, hate that, but now that I do that and I still do freelance, so I have like a couple of clients. I used to work in fashion and marketing and social media, so what I do is I like most of the week I do create content creation, but then I also have like a few like fashion and health clients. My friend basically hooked me up with them to help them with some of their Facebook ads, which is something I used to do. And I just feel like after stuff like that, I feel like this is what I feel it's about for me. Like, being like a content creator is great, but the main good thing about it, because it has ups and downs, but the main thing about it is it gives me time back so I can do stuff like that. It feels really nice to be able to like spend an hour on a random Thursday working with a charity. Obviously it was free, I didn't ask them to pay for it. Just like helping them with something where they wanted to set up this ad so that they could target people who were going through either cancer, menopause, or like medically induced menopause. Like, that just really makes me feel like I've done something worthwhile. Like, I don't know, I just never wanted to like go full-time influencing, and just like, you have so much more time. Like, I can do so much more time. Like, I've thought about becoming a paramedic. I'm not going to do it, but I've thought about it, and that's just, yeah, I hope I'm not coming across like I'm rubbing it in, but like, it's just these bits of time where you can make an actual difference, whereas before in my job I just never felt like I was making a difference. Not that you have to make a difference to have like a worthy job, but it's just nice coming from working in like social media, like retail or whatever. I worked in e-commerce. It's just nice to do stuff like that. That took me so long to say. I'm actually going to try out these for the first time, because I've got my tennis lesson at 4 and it's 3:20. Oh, I cannot with the sounds. It's making me rush what I'm saying because I feel like the banging is going to start. With some nut milk. This is the Plenish one. I'm not loyal to any nut milk brands. I don't really care whether it's coconut, cashew, almond. I don't give a fuck. What I care about is the ingredients. I want it to be the nut, water, potentially salt, and that's it. I don't buy anything with like oils or stabilizers in it. Nut, milk, salt. That's nut, milk, salt. That's how to remember. I would also say that I consider this a bit of a treat, because it's like kind of processed. It's made of soya. It's not the best, and I need energy to play a really mid game of tennis. Guys, we're on our way to tennis. I'm so excited to play tennis. I haven't played tennis in like for way too long. Don't tell my dad, but it's longer than I've told him, because he gets really disappointed in me when I don't play. But he doesn't know what it's like living in London. It's very busy. Time passes, the weather's shit. There aren't any courts because people don't go outside because the weather's shit. Had some of that cereal. Tastes like shit, didn't it? It genuinely didn't taste good. The only bit about it that tasted good was the little chocolate swirl flakes. And I think that's because that was the only actual chocolate in it. Do I recommend? I guess it depends. Like, if you're looking for like a genuinely tasty cereal, I can't lie, that's not it. But I guess, to be honest, the saving grace of it is that the reason it's not tasty is because it hasn't really got that much sugar. But it does have a lot of protein in it, so it's quite nice to consume protein in cereal format, isn't it? Because consuming protein is a bit of a chore, I think. So I'd give it, literally, for taste, it's like a 5 out of 10. Like, it's pretty bad. But for functionality, will I buy it again? Probably, because it just suits my lifestyle. Getting a lot of weird looks for doing this. Gonna go play tennis with Alan. Gonna be a couple minutes late. He won't mind. It's pretty casual between Alan and I. Not like that. I am so red. I've just splashed my face with water because it was really sweaty. And all I have in this, I can't speak. All I have in this is literally the protein powder you saw earlier and a banana, and that's it. And then I'm gonna wash my face ASAP. I've got kind of crazy hair because I did the thing where I had a body shower, so I had to put my hair up in like a bun here, and I've just taken it down. But I'm just eating one peeled raw carrot. Usually I really look I need to stop saying I look ugly, but something about this camera, I'm really sorry, I'm not trying to be negative, but just something about this camera just makes me not look good. I try and buy a bag of carrots at the start of the week and then just have one a day, and I usually just make a habit of having it like while I'm preparing dinner, which is kind of what I'm doing now. I'm fake tanned. It's not my look, but oh, I'm also sweating. Really easy habit to stick to. Takes no time to peel it. Straight shot of vitamin A, beta carotene to the cells. Good for the skin. Got too hot, had to put my hair in this suspicious hairdo. I'm just having another, like, I hate to say it, picky bits dinner. I'm so sorry. So it's a bit random, but like I said, I'm using up stuff that sorry, I'm really shit at filming on this camera. I'm using up stuff that I have. So I fried some eggs. These are 3 eggs, Burford Browns, the best. And I've cut them up in this weird fashion, but I'm hoping that other people do this too. Then I've got some, oh my God, I'm so shit at filming. Then I've got these olives from M&S. And then we've got, I'm not going to like open it up and show you, but we've got some broccoli that, as you can hear, I did probably nuke a bit too long in the air fryer. And also some asparagus. And also some Parma ham to top up the protein. These are 3 slices from earlier, so we've got like about 18 plus 10, 28 grams of protein. And then I'm going to add this rice, so that's like my carbs. And then the last thing I'll show you is my dessert, which I really look forward to having, and I pretty much have it every single day. So my favourite dessert, I don't know if this is going to come out well, this filming, because it's like meal, and I'm actually eating the meals in between. But if you have any feedback, y'all just let me know. Is it time to take out the hair? No. I'm not one to like care that much, but just something about today. Everyone's going to be like, well, what the fuck is wrong with you? Something about today and the overall aesthetic is like, I feel like there needs to be a little bit more effort involved. Like, I'm not really one for like putting on makeup or anything for a video. I mean, in fact, I never do that, but that just looks, I don't know. Frozen dark cherry, well, frozen cherries, you can't really, as far as I'm aware, you can only buy one kind of frozen cherry in most shops. The ones in Aldi are so much better, but they're often sold out. The ones in Sainsbury's, there's only 2 ones that I bought, are really nice, but the ones in Aldi are just more consistent. The ones in Aldi are all like super sweet, whereas these are like 80% good, and then like 20% you're like, no, it's okay. So what I do is I put this in the microwave for 1 minute, no, 1 minute 15, that's my golden time. 1 minute 15 in the microwave. They come out still frozen, but like semi-warm, so that you're not like crunching, and it's just so good. My part 2, which I have most nights, is some of this Hue chocolate. This is the cashew butter one. The hazelnut one is so much better, but I don't think that, no, they did have this at the supermarket, but my mum got me this for my birthday because she knows how much I love it. This dark chocolate is so, I hate the word natural, but that's what I'm going to go with. Basically, a lot of chocolates have shit added to them, even if they're like a healthy one. This one, in my opinion, is actually quite a healthy chocolate. Obviously, dark chocolate has benefits to it. Like magnesium, I think, is one. Highly recommend, not the first time I've mentioned these. Let's take this over to the sofa. It's 8:54 and I'm gonna watch my hair. I'm gonna watch Love Island, and I'm currently watching Keelan Moncrief on YouTube talk about bacterial vaginosis. Never had it, but love learning about random shit. So yeah, I hope you like that. Let me know what you think. If it was really boring, just say, because this is the 3rd time filming this, because I just thought the other ones were just kind of shit. So yeah, let me know feedback if you liked it, if you didn't. I'm still in 2 minds about creating vlogs in general. It's something I wish I did from the start on my main TikTok channel, but I don't know, I feel like I'm at a point now where like that's not the content that my audience want on there, because obviously that's not what people have followed me for. So yeah, it's tough when you like content that other people make, but that's not what you've historically created. I feel like it's quite difficult to decide whether to start doing that or not. Anyway, any feedback I would love to hear. Thank you, thanks for watching, and if you like this, please subscribe, but I won't beg for it.